Liverpool have been eyeing up a replacement for Andy Robertson since January. With the Scot falling short of the mark in recent months, the Reds know they need to bring in some fresh legs for when the fullback eventually departs. Milos Kerkez has been linked with Liverpool for some time now, and it is understood by fans and the media that the Hungarian is keen on a move to Anfield. With Liverpool already signing 2 players and working on a record deal for Florian Wirtz, the move for Kerkez has been overlooked in recent weeks. Until today, as Liverpool have been handed a major boost in their pursuit of Kerkez. What has changed? Let's break it down, along with all the other Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Liverpool are champions again. To mark this historic 20th league title, we've just launched our exclusive Champions collection of t-shirts. Celebrate in style and show your pride with official gear made for real Reds. Head over to copiclothing.com or just click the link in the description and grab yours while stocks last. But first, Liverpool may have rejected Barcelona's advances, but reports in Spain continue to push a deal for Luis Diaz, including claims he can leave for a certain fee. It was widely reported last week that Liverpool had swiftly rebuffed an approach from Barcelona to discuss a transfer for Diaz. However, the wording around a brief to journalists was that despite the Colombian entering the final 2 years of his deal this summer, there were no plans to offer him a new contract. Instead, it has been claimed that Liverpool would instead be happy to allow Diaz to see out his current terms before leaving for free in 2027. While not impossible, that seems unlikely given the model with which they work in, and there certainly has been no slowing down on reports linking the number 7 to Barcelona. On Tuesday, Barcelona-based newspaper Sport even claimed that Diaz has informed the Spanish champions he had been told he could leave Liverpool for a certain fee, which is far from the £67.7 million rumoured. Whether that is far from in terms of above or below that fee remains to be seen, but it has been maintained that the Reds won't offer any discounts. If the Blaugrana wants one of their regulars, they'll have to pay, the report adds. Diaz is described as Barcelona's single top and agreed upon priority to strengthen the left wing this summer, with full approval from manager Hansi Flick. Journalist Luis Miguel Sanz explains, "The sporting approval is complete and all that remains is to try to turn a financially difficult transaction into something manageable. And they've been working on it for several months." It is even claimed that Diaz has already agreed personal terms with Barcelona, which may align with the player's admission last week that he and his representatives had been talking to clubs. "I'm very happy at Liverpool, I've always said so. They've welcomed me very well from day one," he told journalists per Caracol Radio. "We're currently in contact with the Liverpool because we're talking to clubs, and that's normal given the transfer market that's opening. We're trying to work out what's best for us," Diaz added. "I'm just waiting to see what happens. If Liverpool gives us a good renewal, or I still have the 2 years left with them, I'll be happy and content there." A move to Saudi Arabia is said to have been ruled out, with the winger's plan to either stay at Liverpool or sign for Barcelona. The situation is seen as a chess game, as Liverpool need to sell to sign all the players they want. Darwin Núñez is almost certainly the player they would prefer to cash in on this summer, but sizable offers for Diaz could realistically be considered too. Now, Liverpool have been handed a major boost in their pursuit for Milos Kerkez, as Liverpool are set to hold more talks with Bournemouth over a possible £45 million deal for Milos Kerkez, with his club having agreed on a replacement. Kerkez is unlikely to be through the door at Anfield by Tuesday evening's initial transfer deadline, but it appears certain that he will be a Liverpool player soon enough. That could come when the window reopens next week, with The Athletic's David Ornstein reporting that meetings will take place between the two clubs and the left-back's representatives this week. He writes that there is a very good chance that agreements are reached, with it clear that Kerkez is desperate to join Arne Slot's champions. Bournemouth have already identified the Hungarian's replacement, with Sky Sports' Mark McAdam reporting that a deal has been verbally agreed for Rennes' Adrian Truffert. That signing would be worth up to £14.3 million. However, both Ornstein and McAdam maintain that it will only go through if Kerkez is sold. Bournemouth are clearly of the belief that will be the case, as the expectation is for a medical to happen in the next few days to finalise Truffert's arrival. Another left-back already made the move to Dean Court in January, with Argentina youth international Julio Soler joining from Lanús in a deal worth £11.5 million. At the time, that was seen as Bournemouth laying the groundwork for Kerkez's exit, though Soler only featured 5 times for the Cherries in the second half of last season and would seemingly remain behind Truffert if he joins. The Hungarian FA have already confirmed that Kerkez has left their squad ahead of Tuesday evening's friendly in Azerbaijan due to private reasons. While it may be wrong to speculate on the situation, many have suggested this will be in order to push through his switch to Liverpool before time away to recharge ahead of the start of pre-season. Liverpool have already brought in a new right-back in Jeremy Frimpong, while they have so far seen 3 bids, the latest worth £130 million, for Bayer Leverkusen attacking midfielder Florian Wirtz rebuffed. As with Kerkez, there remains an expectation that Wirtz will eventually join the Reds, with talks ongoing with Leverkusen and the Mail's Lewis Steele claiming an offer of £180 million is likely to be accepted. In other news, Stefan Bajcetic has undergone surgery to correct another injury in a long list in his early career, which could impact his chances at Liverpool this summer. Having spent the second half of last season playing a key role for Las Palmas, Bajcetic was expected to be given a chance under Arne Slot in pre-season. But that may now be in doubt after it was revealed the 20-year-old underwent hamstring surgery at the end of May. Bajcetic travelled to Finland to receive treatment from renowned surgeon Lasse Lempäinen, who previously worked at the Aspeta Hospital in Qatar. Lempäinen has a working relationship with Bournemouth and has operated on and overseen the return-to-play testing for a number of their players, along with important surgeries for the likes of Ousmane Dembele and Reece James. While the severity of Bajcetic's issue is unclear, it was picked up in a 1-0 loss to Sevilla on May 13th, ruled him out of the final 2 games of the season at Las Palmas. After time spent to allow the injury to settle, it was then decided surgery was the best course of action, and the likelihood is that the Spaniard is out for a number of months. For example, Joe Gomez required surgery on his hamstring in February and was only back in contention for Liverpool by mid-May. If the same applies to Bajcetic, he would miss the entirety of pre-season, which had been slated as a chance for him to impress Slot after a mixed campaign out on loan. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.